He slapped a 13-year-old boy right there in front of the entire school assembly. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw what was coming next. Especially not him. Because the person who stepped through that gym door, they were about to change everything. But hold on just a sec. Before we dive deep into this powerful story, tell me something real quick in the comments. Where are you watching from? I love seeing how far these stories reach, and how many hearts they touch. Speech balloon globe showing Europe, Africa. It was a calm Wednesday morning in the quiet town of Riverside, Georgia. The school gym? It was buzzing. Completely packed. Students stood tall and proud in neat rows. Crisp white shirts, maroon ties perfectly straight, shoes polished to a shine. This wasn't just any day. It was the Cadet Honor Assembly, a big deal. Parents filled the bleachers, craning their necks for a glimpse of their kids. Teachers lined the walls, some beaming with pride, others whispering quietly. And right there, standing in the heart of it all, was Miguel Torres. Just 13 years old. First-generation American. Top of his class. A kid with dreams bigger than the room itself. Miguel wasn't the loud type. He didn't show off. But he was the kind of boy who stayed after class to help stack chairs. The one who held open doors even when nobody was watching. That day, he'd been invited to walk up and receive his junior cadet certificate. One more step on his path to becoming a military doctor. His dream? To serve, to heal, to do something good. The guest speaker? Sheriff Wayne Cullen. You've probably heard the name before. He was well known around the county. A firm handshake, no-nonsense kind of guy. Chest full of medals, voice that thundered through walls. Some admired him. Others kept a quiet distance. He believed in discipline, strict, rigid, unwavering. And that morning, as he took the mic, he launched into a speech about honor, duty, and what he called real American values. Some students nodded. Others just tried not to blink or move. Miguel? He was just trying to keep it together. Nervously adjusting the pocket of his shirt, the one his mother had ironed twice that very morning, just to make sure he looked sharp. He reached to straighten the collar, and that's when it happened. The sheriff noticed him, walked straight over. The entire gym went dead silent. No questions. No pause. Not a single moment to explain. The sheriff raised his hand and slapped Miguel across the cheek. It wasn't a punch, but it wasn't soft either. The sound echoed, loud enough that everyone in the gym felt it. And everyone gasped. Miguel didn't cry. He didn't fall. He just froze. Eyes wide. Silent. And the sheriff said, "You want to wear a uniform, son? Then start with respect."
Still no one spoke.
Miguel's mother, Rosa, jumped up from the bleachers. But a teacher stepped in and blocked her. The principal tried to smooth it over, calling it a misunderstanding. He said the sheriff probably just meant to make a point. Miguel? He was told, right there in front of everyone, to apologize. And he did. His voice barely above a whisper. Face red with embarrassment. "I didn't mean any disrespect." That was it. No tears. Just quiet. But here's the part no one noticed yet. In the back of the gym, standing silently, was a woman in a dark navy blue military uniform. She hadn't said a word all ceremony. But her eyes? They didn't miss a thing. Especially not Miguel. Her name was Captain Renee Hall. And she wasn't there just to watch. Because right as the sheriff wrapped up his speech, those gym doors swung open again. And this time the room changed. A voice rang out. "Please welcome the United States Secretary of Defense, Rachel Allen." And in that instant, you could feel the air shift. The entire gym seemed to hold its breath. Secretary Allen walked in, calm and deliberate. Her heels echoed off the floor louder than the slap had. She clapped slowly, eyes focused. She didn't even glance at the principal. She didn't stop at the sheriff. She walked right to Miguel. "This young man," she began, steady and clear, "wrote me a letter just last month. A letter about purpose, about service, about wanting to heal others, not harm them." She turned slowly to the sheriff. "And today, I saw something else. I saw someone use power without thought, authority without any empathy. Then she motioned to Captain Hall. That's my aide. She's been watching everything. Every word. Every moment. Silence. No one moved. The sheriff? Speechless. The principal? Looking at the floor. Miguel's classmates? Suddenly, they were seeing him differently. Secretary Allen reached into her coat. She placed a small, gleaming pin into Miguel's hand. It was the Department of Defense Mentorship Award. And she said, "We're starting a new scholarship fund. In your name, Miguel.
For students just like you.
For the next generation of leaders." Miguel's mom finally stepped forward, wrapped her arms around her son, and whispered something soft.
They saw you, Miko.
The sheriff? He left quietly. Not a word. The school announced it would review all its disciplinary partnerships. And Miguel? He didn't change who he was. But that day he stopped being invisible. If this story touched you the way it did me, type the word respect in the comments. Because respect? It's not something you demand with fear. It's something you give with heart. There's another story waiting on screen right now. And trust me, it's going to move you too. Go ahead. Press play. Movie camera broken heart fire.